Welcome back. And this lesson will continue with our payment details. So we are going to duplicate this screen, select it, hold on the Alt key, then you drag to the right. And here we're going to edit one or two things here. Okay, so let's select all this and delete it. Delete it. And we're going to make use of some of the form fields. We'll leave those ones there. Select this one too and delete it. Then here we'll double tap and edit the text to payment. Alright, so let's select these form fields and bring them down. We're going to modify it later. So select a frame and draw it here. So the frame should have dimension of 362 by 220. Right, so you can give it border, that is a stroke of 2, and that should be outside. So we give it corner radius of 10 and we leave it there. Okay, so this stroke will change the color to our global color. Right, so now let's go to our phosphor icon from our plugins and search for a scanner. Then we make use of this first one. Select it to add it to your frame. You can select your scale tool and expand it. And you can make a dimension to 120 by 120. Alright, then put it into the center of the card. So let's also modify the color to our global color. Alright, so now we'll add some text here and to see how we can communicate effectively with the user. So what we're going to do, bring it down a bit. So let's duplicate this text, Alt key, drag down. Then we include a subheader here that will say scan card or to proceed. Okay. Scan card to proceed. So this is going to be our subheader text. We are going to go back to our library and change it to our body text. Okay. Now we take there. Now here, when user tap on that, there should be another screen that will open to show like the card is being scanned and uploaded and all that. So we're going to say that in the next step. So here we'll need the full name on the card. So here we're going to edit here, full name on card. Okay. Then we'll remove this placeholder and change it to full name. Change it to card full name. Then we're going to have another form here that will capture the card expire date. So here it's going to be spare date, and this is going to be compulsory. So all those fields that are required must also include an asterisk to that particular form field. Okay, so here too is required. Make sure you put that. Change it. Okay, excuse me. So here we're going to reduce this and delete some things. So right, so delete this and also go to our field, that is this form field. If there's any instance in it, we will just disconnect it first so that we're able to modify it. If there's not, you can proceed. All right, so here let's go and modify the width of the form. So we take it down to 250. Let's see what we have. That's still long. Let's take it down to 200. So that's great. So now we'll select that and make a duplicate to the right and reduce it to 100. So this is going to be the CVV. Now bring it to the edge of the grid. All right, so double tap the text, so hold it and copy it to the right. So this is going to be the CVV, the CVV. All right, so here we'll change the placeholder to expire date, and here also change the placeholder to CVV. Okay, so below that we're now going to change the button here to pay now. So this pay now here will change the button to inactive since user have not made any upload yet. So we're going to change it to disable so that the user will not be able to proceed without scanning the card. All right, so we are done with that. So now we're going to arrange it properly and align it properly to the page. So we select these two and align them properly and make sure it's balanced. So you can also group them together. Ctrl G or Command G from your MacBook. So you select this, this and the spacing to 20. All right. Then also make sure they are aligned to the center of the frame. Okay. Then we select this, align it to the center of the frame. Okay. Also this, align it to the center of the frame. All right. So now, if user tap on scan, another page will open where we'll have the camera to scan and all that. So what we're going to do, we'll just duplicate this and bring it here. Then we have another page that will have scan screen. So from your browser, you're going to go to figma.com/community so that we can get a camera screen that will come back here and do that. Okay. So let's go to figma.com/community. Then here we're going to search for camera scanner. So there's going to be a lot of scanners that will pop up. So we're gonna let's go with the first one and see. Then open a Figma, select open a Figma and see if we're going to see what you want there. Then you select on design component here and see if there is anyone that will be useful. So from the design component here, we have a lot here. All right, so I think we can go with screen, this particular screen. So you copy it, select the frame, copy it, and you go back to your design, and now we're going to paste it there. So paste it here. All right, then you bring it to this place. And remember, there's something we're going to modify, which is the screen size. So if you come here, our screen size is what, 402 by 8474. So we do that 402, then 874. All right, then you can now increase the inner frame to fit in your new frame. Okay, so may want to use what we call a skill to achieve that perfectly. So now we're going to edit the text also, and also remove the status bar here. Then here we can play around with the text and all that. This particular one, you can so resize it to the size you want to fit in. All right, so before we do that, let's go to our tool and switch to scale. I can scale it properly to fit in the new screen. Okay, then that is fine. Then here also we're going to position the scanning position here, or you can use a alignment to align it to center, and also this align it to center of that. Okay, so let's see this. I'll change this to a global color. All right, so here scan card instead of barcode. Scan card. Point your camera on the card. I don't know where to place all the text. So we can also give option for the user to upload from the gallery. So that's why we choose this particular one. So let's see if we can change this to a global color. Excuse me, the button. Change that to a global color. Fill this. All right, so let's see if you can also change that to height. This one, the fill, but the icon shouldn't be that. So we remove the fill. It's supposed to be white, and we remove this other one. Okay, so here is going to be our header text. So we're going to detach that, then we change it back to our fonts. Gonna be the H1 from our library. Let's see what we're using there. I think we're using H2 from our library. All right, that's perfect. We're done. So let's zoom out. This is going to be the scan card. All right, then here we're going to be the scanning state. Scanning screen. So this part Let's see if you can make use of it and send it to the pack. Perfect. Okay, so we go down a bit and align it like that. So now when user tap on this, you'll have the option to upload card or to scan from that. So after this particular step, so we expect to have the next step that will have the card uploaded. So we're going to duplicate this screen, select it, Alt key, then you drag to the right, then this screen will come here. Now go back to our Figma community again and search for cards. So go there and search for cards, so you can see different options. So you just choose the one you want from the list of options available. All right, so I'll go with this first one. Ctrl C, select it to copy it and go back to your design. Now we're going to delete this frame and replace it with our card. Okay, so bring in the card and put it inside there. Make sure the card is inside this frame, the new frame. Okay, so here we'll have option for user to maybe change card and all that. Okay, so here we're going to change this to change card. All right, so this will be like a link for them to change card in case if user makes mistake and want to remove this card and all that. So there should be text that will communicate with that. So this text is going to be having our global color, and we should make it a link that is underlined. All right, so that's perfect. Now here you can play around with the card. Maybe you want to change the colors to our global colors, so you can just change it to matching the colors we have in our global colors. So you can have something like that. That's perfect. So every card has a name and all that, card name, card number and all that. So now what you're going to do, we'll just duplicate this card number. We'll copy it, copy it as it is and fill it with the card number. So there's something we missed there, so quickly fix that. So let's select this frame and bring it down a bit. Okay, then we duplicate this Alt key, bring it down. Now we take this up a bit. So it is going to be card number, card number. So that is also required. Please. All right, so now we're going to align them properly. So select the three and align them center. Then you can now distribute their particle spacing. So that's okay. So here is going to be card number. So since we are already filling the detail with this, so we don't need to do all those things. So you just copy the name and replace it with the placeholder text. All right, excuse me. So it's going to be loose fancy. All right, then the card number, we copy the card number as it is here also. Ctrl C, double tap here and paste it there. All right, so select the text and revert it to our global color, some of our color library, I think, which is this dark gray, right? Well, for consistency, the color should be the same color. So this is about black by 50%. So change this to black and reduce the opacity to 50. All right, so then the expire date, we're gonna have a card that will show the expire date and all that. So let's see if you can modify that from our card. Let's go back to the community. The card should show expire dates. All right, it's always important. So let's just add that in our card so that to make it look real. So here we'll just duplicate this. Let's take it up and take this one up. Now we can now duplicate it down. Okay, so expire date, we just put any date there /27. All right, so this way the card is balanced. So here we can come and replace it with the expire date, which is going to be 0427. Okay, so now this CVV part, since when the user scan is going to bring this, we're not going to put anything. We'll put another page where when user tap there, it will now navigate to that page as if they have entered the CVV. All right, so what we're going to do here, we copy, duplicate this last screen to the right. Okay, now when user tap here, there should be an overlay of keyboard that will open. Then if the user tap on that keyboard, it will now navigate them to this screen as if they are filled in the card. So I show that this card is not in this frame, so we're going to fix that to make sure it's enter inside the frame. So you do that. Let's see, it's here, ready, good. So we're going to duplicate it and make sure it's, select the card, Alt key, you drag and make sure it's also in the other frame. All right, so now before we move further, let's quickly go back and fix this previous screen where the card number field is missing. So what we're going to do, we'll just duplicate this back. Okay, then we'll copy this frame and put it inside the, replace it with the card. All right, so here we just select the card, delete it, and this frame, Alt key, select it and bring it inside this position where the card was. All right, so and this time it's going to be scan card to proceed. All right, so now we're done with that part. We're going to select this, delete it, and take a new frame up. Select this frame, delete it, and this frame will come back to that position. All right, then for consistency, let's make it the same. So here is about 335 by 185. So let's compress this to that. 335 by 185. Okay, this is better. We can also make consistency, the corner radius, you take it up to, let's say, 20. So now this barcode scan symbol, the scan symbol should go inside the middle of the card. Now here we'll now align it properly. I think this way is better, and can see the text have disappeared, so that's fine. So we just take another text and write scan card to proceed. Okay, it's going to be body large text, so we go from here and change it to body large text. Keep it there. All right, so we're done with this part. So here we have our cards ready. So the next screen is going to be an overlay keyboard screen that will enable the user to tap here. Then from there, they will now be prompted to the next screen where they can make payment. So we're going to stop this lesson here. In the next lesson, we'll proceed from where we stop. And make sure you take your time to align this part to fit in properly. See you there.